Hey everyone, welcome back to more of Islands of Zelda. Alright, we're gonna do some more exploration into another bonus area. Into the Desert Ravine. I actually didn't explore this screen fully. I think I showed you the secret that's on here. And this really isn't worth doing, to be honest. I'll just show this off. Here you have a bunch of Wizrobes. Yeah, this place can get a little bit tedious to go through. You're kind of safe down here if you want to at least bide your time. You wait for a better position before you can, move out. Ooh, hey, I got free magic. Yeah, it's kind of hard to wait these guys out because it's kind of a cramped room. You don't really have that much space to work with. And if you want, you can use Nehru's Law here just for fun. Just for kicks, because, you get like 15 seconds or 10 seconds of invincibility. It's very nice to have, and, these guys drop magic. Look at that, I just got free magic back. I mean, all you get is 50 rupees for this. Honestly, I would have just put that as a piece of heart. At least that would have made it more worth doing. I mean, this is just one of those, you can just kind of forget it. Might as well use gold arrows since I have so much money anyway. Alright, so I opened the shortcut, and if you go further down these stairs, this will take you deeper into the Desert Ravine. So we're going to go into the main part of the level. Now this place is kind of weird. It's kind of hard to tell where you can actually walk. Because, you have to imagine all the platforms still above, all these surfaces. It's kind of hard to tell where you can actually walk and where you can't walk. Well, I guess you can use enemies as guides here because they can kind of show you where you can walk. You can kind of faintly see like red lines in these on these parts. That's actually portions you can walk in. Kind of hard to tell what's solid wall and what's actually just kind of a fake wall. I see a camouflage hookshot post right here. Easy to miss it with these kind of the fake walls or the just ground above you or something. How do you want to define that? Alright, so here this is just like a cycle of a few. It goes to take you to various rooms. Go in here, and this room can get a little messy. It is full of mirror robes and other nice, friendly stuff. But you got bats here, so you can basically get refills that way. And again, you don't have to go through this room. You can if you want. Really doesn't matter because I've got magic refills right here. Keep recharging my neighbor's love at will. My problem with this room, there isn't a lot of... really not a lot of space to maneuver. Okay, got rid of one of them. There's not a lot of room to really deflect shots here. Oh, yeah, more magic. See, got all your magic back anyway. And again, all this just for more money that I don't even need. Okay, here's the next area we want to be in. And then if you go back in, it just kind of cycles you back into the start of the kind of 4 rooms. The easiest way to deal with these guys is just take advantage of Slash. Yeah, they can't get to the very bottom tile, but, you know, you can. Slash can get enough range there. Now, you can actually go further up here. Kind of easy to miss this little passage. just more hidden money. Again, I'm already capped on cash. I think this is a little shortcut back. Snipe these guys off in the corner here. Now for this room, easy way to do this is just take advantage of the hammer. Or you can just get them stuck on the stairs there. That actually works as well, because then they have very high homing properties, so they're really not gonna move out of the stairs there. You gotta look very carefully for which way you can go. Sometimes it's not easy to tell. That just opens up another shortcut. Alright, hit onto this cave first. There's a little side path. This one, I think you need fire boomerang. Alright, this next room is going to be a good reason why it's going to be best to go through the key maze and get your spells, especially Neighbor's Love. And if you go in here, you'll see exactly why. Pretty much, I'm just gonna get this out right now. Just unload my magic. And again, if you want to use it a second time, just to make sure you clean everything here. Get rid of all the other garbage in this place. And then once you get rid of all the other enemies, actually the mirror robes are not really much of a threat, because you can actually stand right down here on the bottom row, and while they can't actually physically walk down here, the magic blast actually do reach down here. Easy way to just kind of cheese out these guys. Although this room you do have a little more space to work with, so you can kind of just deflect shots and then move to the lower row for safety. One left now. And this is going to be worth doing. This is worth getting rid of all these guys. Because that is your reward for clearing this. So, not just like a piece of heart or something, you know, it would be something you could, I guess, come back to later, but, no, you get the gold ring for this. So I get the welcome the gold ring to the club. Be sure to give this as much mileage as it can, even though this is pretty much almost endgame. Now you could go up here, but this is actually not the correct way to go. Kind of another part of this ravine. So you actually want to go on through these stairs. You know, this is kind of an interesting screen because it doesn't look like you can do anything, but if you use your lens, you can see the up arrow. Still doesn't look very obvious what you do, but in this case you take your hook shot, aim at this, the white part of the hole. There's actually a target in there, a hook shot post, and this will let you go into another part of the hidden cavern. And going down those stairs just takes you to, I guess you can open up a shortcut, but you're just gonna actually go through this in one go. And this is the DKC1 music, I believe. Trying to remember if that is Donkey Kong Country 1. I might as well just spam some magic here. I mean, very good chance I'm gonna get my magic back anyway. That's gonna miss because I already killed all the bats that were close to me. Yeah, more useless money. Alright, this is actually an interesting little labyrinth. This goes... It kind of loops on the same screen. And you might be just stumbling around a little bit trying to get where you need to go. And at first this switch doesn't seem to do much. Yeah, but what this does, it opens up all the direct paths so that now you can actually get through this, which is actually a maze path. And here is a bunch of bat rogues. Gotta love Din's Fire. Look at how good Din's Fire is here. Works great against rooms full of bats. I'm pretty much guaranteed to get all my magic back. Alright, heading on down here is gonna lead you to the back end of this cave. Pick up another piece of heart. And you can just kind of start opening up these shortcuts. And this is where the other set of stairs would have led you. And now we can just exit this place now that we got everything we needed out of here. And while we're at it, we can just finish off the last bit of this little fetch quest. Yeah, so you first have to get the rope, then you have to, I guess, kidnap the girl and take her back to Giggity here. But, you know, it looks like you got nothing for it, but you notice this little uneven part of the wall. You can actually move on up. Okay. I mean, are you even any threat to me at this point? I'm not sure what to do with the first part. I think it's... I don't remember if it's deflecting shots or... Actually, it looks like arrows or... Kind of hard to tell what exactly to do with this. You can use the lens to kind of guide you on this. And eventually you start using your sword. Actually, I never looked at the upper left map. That's actually kind of interesting. I never paid attention to that. Oh, I think that... I never paid attention, but I think that actually tells you which one's the real one, actually. So it kind of points you to the correct one to aim at. Look, you're not even bruising me at this point. Alright, we'll take the girl back. Look at that. I mean, I don't know how many times I got hit by fireballs, but didn't even get a scratch on that one. Alright, so we'll let him stay hungry, and we'll take this girl and pretty much take her back to all the way to the opposite town. Back to the Lost Traveler town. Yeah, I never actually paid attention to that map in the upper left corner. It actually turns it into a different grid. It's actually, no, it's a map of the map design of the room you're in. I think someone actually clues you in on that. One of the NPCs in this village. And then where the dot is not so much where you are on the map, it's where the real Giggity is. I mean, of course you can use the lens. I mean, that will reveal the real one to you. But in the case you have no magic, that's how you can figure out which one's the real one without having to guess. Yeah, I never actually did notice that before. I mean, probably the best time to do this would be after completing the next area, because it would basically let you warp. You got a much faster way to get back there. I mean, not that it really takes that long. I mean, the walk isn't that long, so beating up simple enemies along the way. It's kind of odd, but wouldn't Link be both the hero and villain in this case? Alright, so you do get something for your efforts here. Ah, another piece of heart. And look at that, we got 24 hearts. That is, I believe, the last piece of heart in this quest. I think we're pretty much good on items, and we can then now proceed to the next area. So everything's looking very solid right now. I can't whistle in the town. I got to get outside here. And pretty much going to be going from the light world, the regular overworld. And this is close enough to where I need to go. I can take a couple warps to get to the next spot. Alright, so I picked up the gold ring and whatever other heart pieces. So I think we're sitting very well. So the next part will proceed onward into the ancient ruins. Alright, see you guys later.